Hi, a very good afternoon. My name is Felicia John, and today I will be presenting our blog, which is called Listen Up ESL. So the blog aims to show the importance of listening skills, where we present the 10 very fun activities designed to enhance them. So these activities leverage both top-down and bottom-up strategies, which is a recognized approach for language learners in the ESL. So by merging all these strategies, we would hope to achieve the objective, which is to allow students to decode and also to comprehend language while fostering critical thinking. So before we get started with the 10 different strategies, what are top, bottom, and bottom-up strategies? So top-down and bottom-up strategies are two pillars of effective listening comprehension, where top-down listening involves using context and prior knowledge and prediction to understand the main idea of a conversation. So on the other hand, bottom-up listening focuses on decoding individual words, sounds, and grammatical elements to grasp the idea and also the details of a language. So the following activities that we will be presenting, it provides a lot of comprehensive approach to teaching listening skills by incorporating both top-down and bottom strategies. And also these activities we have designed with the Form 4 curriculum in mind, which focuses on the topic chapter 2, Form 4. Hi, a very good afternoon. My name is Felicia John, and I will be presenting the first top-down strategies, which is the movie scene analysis. So movie scene analysis, I would highly recommend this as a listening strategy, mainly for a top-down strategy, where the student will have to watch a movie titled The Martian, where this activity aims to make learning more engaging and practical, where it can help to enhance their listening skills as well as connect what they've learned in chapter 2, Form 4, to real life scenario. So as you can tell, they can just click on the video and it shows the movie scene. So the objective of this activity when they watch the short clip from the movie The Martian is that they will helps to improve their listening skills and also to gain a deeper understanding of the chapter's theme, which is so what we are going to do with the movie analysis is that we will provide you with a short clip and they will have to watch the scene without subtitles. So the students will have to focus on what the characters are saying and what they're doing, and also they have to pay attention to the expression, to the actions, and the overall context of the scene. And after watching the scene, the students will have to take a moment to settle down and understand what they've watched. And of course they will ponder, will start questioning like what's happening in the scene, what did the characters say and what did they do, and what emotions or situations can they identify through watching the scene. And after that they will have to discuss the context of the scene with the classmate, and also how does the scene can relate to the chapter's theme, which is where we have again relate to Form 2, Ready for Anything, Chapter 2, and they will have to share their thoughts on how the events in the scene connect to the concept that what they've learned in the chapter. So we have also provided the 3 tips here.
Hello, my name is Priscilla Inoy Oray Karing, and today I will be presenting on our blog, Listen Up ESL. So I will start off with the first topic, which is top-down strategies. So the activity I chose for top-down strategies is debate. So basically, students are given 3 videos, which is related to 3 types of activities, which is hiking, jogging, and swimming. So these students will be divided into groups where they will fall under each of the topic. So they have to watch the video and acquire knowledge from it and jot down information because they have to use it to come up with arguments for the other teams. They basically have to talk about why their activity is more beneficial to the human health and human mental health and physical health. So the reason why is because by participating or listening in a group discussion, for example, when they are talking about their debates or they are in a debate session, they are able to exchange knowledge and exchange opinions. So students are able to see a certain topic or a certain idea from different perspective. So they can also use this knowledge to apply it in a real life situation. So these are the 3 videos. So basically you all have to do is click on this and it will
Did
bring
you know
you
that you can start
and it
your
will
own
bring
business by getting your
and it will bring you to the YouTube video. Same goes to all of the buttons here.
As for the third activity, top down, we call it round up. For this activity, students are required to listen to the audio, The Bonfire in the Sea short story, and they need to answer a worksheet based on the short story itself. So here, student can click for the worksheet materials and it brings straight away to the Padlet account. We have put the file for The Bonfire in the Sea audio. So student can just click on this video and it will straight away play the audio. After listening to the audio, students can answer the worksheet over here based on the questions that we have given. Student can scan the QR code given and answer the question by listening the short story. Here is also the QR code for the short story.
Moving on to the bottom-down strategies. So I will be sharing screen and show you how it looks like, how the blog looks like. So the activity is called Listen and Draw. So the objective of this activity, Listen and Draw, is it helps to enhance the students' listening skills by engaging them in a bottom-up listening exercise. So the activity is designed from 4 students, where we focus again on chapter 2, Ready for Anything. So the 2 materials that are needed is audio recording or any spoken passages related to the content, and we need a blank sheets of paper or any drawing materials. So what the student can do is they can just click on the instruction, click on the button here, and then it will lead them to this YouTube video.
In the park, big old oak tree on the left side.
So after that, the students should be able to demonstrate improved listening skills by identifying and following the verbal instructions accurately. So the instructor, the teacher, will have to play the audio first, or the student themselves will just click on the button where it will lead them to the instruction. And they will have to listen properly. They will have to be focused and listen to the instructions given. And then they will start drawing based on what the instructor have mentioned. So after listening to the past passage, the teacher will have to provide them with blank sheets of paper and drawing materials. And they will have to draw and visualize what they listened earlier. And once the drawings are complete, the teacher will ask the students to share and discuss their drawings in pair or small groups, which this will allow them to compare the interpretations and discuss different types of variation. And finally, we have a class-wide discussion where students can explain the drawings, how they relate to the passage they listen to. That is all from me. Thank you very much.
So now I will move on to the next part of my presentation, which is the bottom-up strategies. So for bottom-up strategies, I pick an activity. I pick an activity called matchmaking. So in this activity, students will be given a video where they have to listen to different sounds and they have to match it to the correct activity. So they have to really focus and try to recognize what the source of the sound. So it really will test their listening skills and their ability to focus. So students will be given 5 different types of sounds and they have to answer a quiz in quizzes after they listen to the video, but they're allowed to go back to the video to listen to it again. So the objective of this activity is to help them develop the ability to focus or identify certain sounds without using any visual aid. So then they are able to use their critical thinking skills to deduce the source of the sound. So here, as we can see, by clicking on this button, they will be redirected to redirected to the YouTube video. So this is just an example. All right. Next, there's also a button here where it will redirect them to the quiz. So it will be like this. And that's all from me. Thank you very much.
As for the bottom-down strategy, the first activity is find the keywords. This keyword is based on the 5 sentences that they will listen from the audio. So after click the second button, it will bring straight away to this Padlet account again. So student can go to the bottom-up session. Here's the audio for the bottom-up activity. Students must hear the 5 sentences in the audio, and students must answer this worksheet. Next, the student needs to listen carefully for each of the sentences in the audio, and students will need to put the scrambled word in sequence based on the word they hear first from the sentence. There are 6 words for each sentences, so they need to put this word in the right sequence of the numbering over here. All right, that's all for me. I'll pass to the next person. Thank you.
All right, so moving on to the next part of the bottom-up strategy is number 2, activity gap fill. So in this activity, they have to choose an audio recording or a spoken passage that matches the student's language proficiency level. So it ensures that the gaps where words or phrases will be moved. Then they will create a worksheet with the selected passage and leave some space for students to write or type their missing words. And then they have to read the audio recording or read the passage out loud. So it instructs the students to listen carefully without filling the gaps initially. So by following this, the students can work in pairs or small group to compare and discuss their answers. So in order for them to develop their listening skills, students are expected to complete the gap fill exercises. So these exercises should demonstrate their proficiency in language and literacy skills. So it emphasizes their accuracy for their use of grammar, vocabulary, and contextual clues. And moving on to the next activity is activity 3, listen and draw. So the objective of this activity is to listen and draw to enhance the students' listening skills. So by engaging them in a bottom-up listening exercise, this activity is also designed for Form 4 students. So it focuses on Chapter 2, Ready for Everything. And the materials needed for this activity is audio recording or spoken passage related to content in Chapter 2. And they also need a blank sheet of paper and drawing materials. So they have to do is to click and listen to this.
In the park, there's a big old oak tree on the left side. Next.
And that's all from me. Thank you.
The next activity would be activating background knowledge. This is the activity for top-down strategies, yeah? So in activating background knowledge, this activity, the students will have to demonstrate the ability to activate, and also they have to utilize their background knowledge as a top-down cognitive process, which will help to enhance the understanding and also the retention of new information across various subjects. So in terms of listening strategy, which is visualization. So one key strategy to enhance the listening skill is visualization. That is something that we cannot that is undeniably true. So by creating mental image while listening, we can connect new information with our prior experiences and understanding. So this visualization technique will help us to grasp grasp and remember material more effectively. So next is jigsaw listening. This is jigsaw listening. So we will also explore the jigsaw listening technique. So in this method, the class will be divided into groups, with each group focusing on specific aspect or subtopic related to the listening material. But for our topic, we would focus on the chapter 2 Form 4 textbook, which is ready for editing. So this will help the students, will allow it to pull the background knowledge and enrich our understanding of the subject. So with the jigsaw activity, we will have to divide the students into small groups. We have to ensure that each group has the access to the jigsaw activity material, which will be provided, and we will assign each group to a specific topic. But we will assign each group for the topic, which is called Ready for Anything, and related to the listening material. So the second one will be role play material, where after completing the jigsaw activity and also discussing the finding as a class, we will provide a role play material. So they will have to use the material to stimulate a real life scenario related to the content that they've just learned, and this hands-on practice will help to apply newfound knowledge and understanding, where they will be able to share and also exchange knowledge. So and the next one would be listening comprehension. So for listening comprehension, they will be able to observe and listen carefully to the audio text given in order to brainstorm and share opinions among peers in class, online classes. So as you can tell here, we provided a audio material. So you just click here.
Audrey loves riding her bicycle. She loves exploring new places. However, last week we had experienced something.
So that is the audio material. So in this classroom, the teacher will have to follow a structured set of instruction. So the teacher will have to introduce the topic of the day, which is chapter 2, Form 4, Ready for Anything. And also the teacher will have to instruct them about the learning objective to provide the context. So then the students are then to be divided into pairs, and then the teacher will tell them the topic and the learning objective to clarify. So next, the teacher will explain the listening activity instruction and play the audio clip for them, where the students will be instructed to discuss and also to share their opinions with their partner, and the teacher will have to ensure that the time is adequate and also is given for them to brainstorm and to formulate their thoughts based on the clip. So once the pair have ample time to discuss, they will have to share their thoughts and their opinion, constructing sentences related to the audio clip. So then both of them will have to be instructed. They will have a task where they will have to present their work in front of the class. So to wrap up the activity, the teacher will lead a discussion to explore the answer, and also it will help to foster a deeper understanding on the topic 2, Ready for Anything. So the objective of this activity, listening comprehension, is that the students will have a strong grasp of defining people, places, things, and idea using adjective, and they will also be able to excel at narrating past events by incorporating the provided phrasal verbs, and can effortlessly construct at least 2 sentences utilizing these phrasal verbs. That is all from me. Thank you very much.